Hello. Welcome to ToLaw. My name is Alexis McNally. I'm a Haitian American human rights lawyer. This video is the latest of a series entitled Haiti Watch, where I'll be covering some of the latest developments in Haiti and giving some context for the maneuvers that are happening on the international stage. Today, I'll be discussing the new government being formed in Haiti, including the appointment of a new prime minister and cabinet members. I've broken these videos into 3 different parts so that it's a little bit more digestible. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. In the meantime, let's jump right in. Haiti's Transitional Presidential Council has been operational for less than 2 months. If you haven't already, check out my video where I walk through the formation of this council, each of its members, and the interests that they represent. So this 9-member council has 7 voting members and 2 observing members, and some of their first tasks included selecting a leader amongst them and a prime minister. These very first tasks were immediately marred by scandal. On paper, the president of the Presidential Council is meant to be more of a coordinator that doesn't actually have any more powers than the rest of the members on the council. Nevertheless, there were these intense backroom negotiations as to who was going to serve in this role. On Tuesday, April 30th, Fresnel Joseph, an observing member of the council who is representing civil society, announces that a consensus was achieved by just 4 members of the council to make Edgar Leblanc-Fils the next president. That's not all. He also announces that the same 4 members have decided on their own that Fritz Belizaire was going to be the country's new prime minister. This announcement faces intense backlash. What happened is that Representatives Smith-Augustin, Louis-Gerald Gilles, Edgar Leblanc-Fils, and Emmanuel Vertelaire came together to form what they called an indissoluble majority bloc within the Presidential Council. Augustin, Gerald Gilles, and Leblanc-Fils all have strong ties to the PHTK, the political party which is connected to former Haitian presidents Michel Martelly and Jovenel Moïse, as well as to former Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry. In short, allies of the same party that has been influencing and essentially leading Haiti for the last 12 years occupy 3 seats on the council, and they cut a deal with Petit Dessalines party to form this coalition to overpower all of the other voices on the council, essentially making it so that their vote didn't matter for any future decision making. The 3 other voting members of the council, who are now by default the minority group, immediately reject the bloc's choice of prime minister. Leslie Voltaire of Famille Labalas argued that the nomination violated the Presidential Council's April 3rd agreement, which outlined the selection process for the next prime minister. In a press release, he stated that, unfortunately, the farce that took place on April 30th, 2024 within the Presidential Council is a conspiracy aiming to secure power for the PHTK party and their allies during the transition period, as well as to perpetuate the tradition of corruption. The very next day, on May 1st, the majority bloc releases a statement reversing its prime ministerial appointment and promising to follow the April 3rd agreement. Then, on May 2nd, CARICOM meets with the Presidential Council. Le Nouveliste reports that the minority group members, Leslie Voltaire, Fritz-Alphonse Jean, and Laurent Saint-Cyr, boycott this meeting. And it really looks as if this unconstitutional experiment of a Presidential Council is going to fail within its very first weeks. But on May 7th, 1 full week after what's been called an attempted coup, the council members appear to have resolved the conflict. They raised the voting threshold so that at least 5 votes are needed to make decisions rather than 4. They also agreed that the head of the council would rotate amongst 4 different representatives, with each serving in the position for 5 months. Edgar Leblanc-Fils will serve first, followed by Fritz-Alphonse Jean, then Leslie Voltaire, and then Louis-Gerald Gilles. This rocky start shows just how contentious and fragile the government in Haiti is at this moment. It's also a reminder that each of the people sitting on this council likely made many promises and concessions in order to occupy these roles. And the key questions and things to watch as we are seeing new people being appointed to positions in this transitional government are who are their allies, and do they have a track record for working in the best interests of the Haitian people?